Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Florida Gators, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Horned Frogs about to kick it away and get this season started. He'll bring it out. It's Gabe. Tackled at the 24 and all. Breaks even with the yardage you would have gotten with a touchback. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Turning it on! And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Apparently, line number one on the game plan, attack now, immediately.
And this quarterback, he smelt it. He knew he had an opportunity. This is a guy who loves taking shots any chance he has. You saw it on that first play of the game.
The Gators, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. The RPO, fire complete to the left. How about the blow he delivered in banging his way to the 41? Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. They start the season in the top 5, prime position to make a run. But what's the biggest danger there, Jesse?
Well, they need to avoid complacency. Top 5 tells me you've got potential. You were a good team a year ago. You got a lot of talent. But there's going to be a lot of really tough games on the schedule this year, David. So why not start early right here in week 1 and come shooting out of the cannon?
Shooting out of the cannon with a start that...
Wide open spaces. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Florida!
And you just cannot draw up the start of a season any better than that. Opening drive of the first game of the year and quick fire. You're down the field scoring 6. This offense is explosive.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And what a way to put a stamp on that one with a 41-yard run to the house. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. the gun, the running back looking for room. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He wants to start this drive with a pass. It's complete to the right. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Finds a spot in the middle. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. The give out of the gun. Past the 45. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. He's now up to 70 yards on the ground in the 1st quarter. What a tremendous start to this season. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Gators will hustle to the line. Handoff from the shotgun. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Guys, let's chat about Florida. They had some holes to fill on the roster. They've gone into the portal. They brought in a pretty decent haul. How good do you think this staff feels right now addressing those areas of need, David?
Well, I think you feel really good about bringing in quality depth, experienced depth. But now the trick is to merge it with your other guys and everybody get on the same page, and moving in the same direction.
The coaching staff is so excited, too. They feel like if they can stay healthy, they can take an extra step versus where they were a year ago because of these new bodies they found through the portal.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator.
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. Got room to work. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Horned Frogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Motion from the wideout. Quick release by the QB. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
And the Horned Frogs, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Direct snap. Worked it down to the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver going in motion. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? He might want another play. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. It's complete on the right side. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Oh, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
And that decision will be questioned for a while. looking to throw on first down. Out of the backfield, he's open. Slips, slithers, and jukes his way out to the 26.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
And the Gators in a good spot here with second and short. Finding an escape route. Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5. He's up to 81 yards for him on the ground now. What a first quarter for this guy. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. First play of the period, first down here. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. After the step off, now they have to deal with 1st and 15. He's looking to throw. Rush is on him. He's going to run it. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The Gators with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Bringing it back. He's at the touchdown, home run. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
Yeah, they do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half when you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's it.
Trying to burn this defensive back. Snags it down the right side. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. The Gators in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Empty backfield. 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. Ripping through the defense. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Defense in press coverage. Reads it, fires complete. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Clemson is down right now, but I'm not convinced this team doesn't have a C.J. Spiller-like big play in them. Any change in momentum, and this is a brand-new game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Nebraska. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Give to the running back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Quarterback making checks. Trying play action. Bringing the heat. Under heat, he gets rid of it. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The Horned Frogs will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Got the quick completion. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. Pressure coming. It falls incomplete, and man, did they think they had that one set up, and it didn't quite work. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
So now it's 2nd and long. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. From the gun, to give, looking for room. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. And the Horned Frogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
Well, one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
And the returner will be knocked down. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Floats it out in space. Still running at the 40. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
The Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
No good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Gators will kick it away to start the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the...
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in 06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse, they had a long list of guys that can really make the quarterback's life difficult. You got to put pressure on the quarterback. You got to affect him. Really nice job on this play.
After not getting a thing done on 1st down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Back to pass. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here, they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on 3rd down.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. The Horned Frogs will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Great news for the offense as they'll get the ball with tremendous field position inside the 40-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Not much there on the run. He gets one to the 31.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Wants to throw on third down. Gets it out fast. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
And you could tell they set up the screen action, but how about the ability to adjust, right? I see what the defense is giving me. You going to leave that open? Okay, I'm going to take it right now.
Past the first down marker and still running. Touchdown Gators! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Clemson is currently ahead early right now in Death Valley, but they just haven't been able to separate themselves offensively. They are up by just 1 over Nebraska. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick completion to the right. Runs through the tackle. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. He's got him. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And the Horned Frogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Here's the handoff. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Looking for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking, and something's a little bit off. And I like the deep shot down the field. At least it was an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Motion from the back. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. And the defense gets home with the pressure and knocking down for a loss, but there are penalty markers down. Let's sort that out. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. They want to run it left here. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
The Horned Frogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads it downfield. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. They're working that left side. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on 3rd down. They just want to make the home run, highlight type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Using his feet to buy time. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover 0. When I play cover 0, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll try the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Steps away to find some room. He'll try to do it himself. They almost got a 1st down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be 3rd down.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes that do it with ease.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Picked off! What a play by this defense! Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So 1st down will open up the final period. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Finding open areas. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback.
Will take over 1st and 10.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's got him in the flat. At the 35, he's loose. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. And another big play by this offense, and if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock, as a defense, stop us, because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying.
Breaks into the open. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
The Gators really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to run for it. Gets it in. Got some room. Headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida!
And I just love what I'm seeing from this team. Like, going on the road, game one, where you're still figuring out who you are and what you do well. Another scoring drive by this offense. Looks like they're going to get the dub in a hostile environment to start the season.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Clemson has the lead right now. Feels like they've been on top since they ran down the hill, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by a field goal over Nebraska. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
And as he throws. And the fourth down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every fourth down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are in the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
Got his man on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Direct snap. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gators.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game one, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
And the point after is good. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Set to kick this one away.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Going right to work up top. Finds his man. It's Mayer. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And the Horned Frogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The offense changing the play. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Snagged in the middle. It's Johns. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
To the air on first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the fourth quarter.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The give to the back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. The Horned Frogs come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Jones to throw. Under fire. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Going the other way, and he's got room. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. Looking to throw on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Jones wants to throw it. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
I would not want to be the offensive coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays. And now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass is coming. I'm not sure what the answer is because this offense is just struggling in the passing game.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
He wants a big play here late. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Gets it out quickly. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32.
Second down coming up.
To the air on second down. They get to him as he throws. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Trying to make magic with his feet. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. It's incomplete, and the defense makes the stop and gets the football back.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the fourth quarter, so you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. We all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. All these plays still matter.
Caught behind the line. It's Mayer. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
How about that? The dying breed of the tackling cornerback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their face in the fan and make tackles? Nice job by that play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Jones to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. And the Horned Frogs have taken it inside the 20. Here we go. Looking to throw on first down. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the fourth quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
It's got to be frustrating to be this quarterback in this game, too. He just has never had confidence being able to step up in the pocket and deliver throws. When he gets flushed, they're still taking away all the throws down the field. It's just been one of those days.
Zings it complete to the right. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. It would take a miracle to get back in this game, but any miracle will have to start with this fourth down conversion. Still looking on the move. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game one. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
Jones wants to throw it. Here comes the heat. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. A Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
Perfect execution on the onside kick. And how about the kicker? He makes sure that ball skips a couple times before popping up into the air and allowing his players to go get underneath it.
Wants to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline.